Yes, hello.
Hi there. My name is Susan Mara. I'm Director of Accounting and Finance at Evisys. And today I'm going to walk you through how to export transactions from Lou into your QuickBooks Online. I'm not going to cover the integration between Lou and QuickBooks. That's covered in a separate video. We're just going to focus on how do you send transactions from one to the other. I want to start with looking at the profit and loss statement on QuickBooks Online. And I'd like you to just make a quick note of the amount of revenue we have for pools and hot tubs, because that will be changing after we do this process. $695,500 is where we are right now. Going back over to Lou, you will see that I have processed 2 transactions, selling 2 hot tubs for our demonstration here. This is a listing of the transaction detail for those 2 transactions. We have the revenue, we have the reduction of inventory, cost of goods is recorded here. We even have sales tax because we're in Washington. And we also have the payment that was made on the invoice, so that reduces accounts receivable. So we have our 2 invoices. Here is the second invoice. And this is what the detail looks like, all the transactions that are generated from those 2 events. Now we're going to go back to the export process and walk through that. The first thing we have to do is to create our export batch. I'm going to name it 9/14/20 Lou Export and select the date range that I am exporting, the 2 transactions from September 14th. You can see that the batch is there in a pending status, and we'll take a quick look at it before we export it over to QuickBooks. First I'm looking for are the debits and credits in balance? Yes, they are. And you'll see here that the transaction detail that we looked at previously is now summarized by each GL number. So the journal entry that goes over to QuickBooks is a summary of all of the legs of transaction details that occurred on every transaction for that day. And I want to make a note of the $14,340 in pools and hot tub revenue that we are sending over there. Next, you go into Actions, Export Journal Entry to QuickBooks Online, say yes, and there you go, successful export to QuickBooks Online, and it says so on that batch. Now let's pop back over to QuickBooks and take a quick look at that. We'll go into the journal entry history and just look at that journal entry. So the history is found in the reverse clock in the upper left-hand corner, and our transaction journal entry will be there at the very top. You can see that it has the same name on it that I had named it over on Lou, and the same summary of transaction detail by GL that we saw when we viewed it over on the Lou side. If we rerun our profit and loss statement again, now you'll see that that activity is recorded here in the profit loss statement with the increase in our revenue for pools and hot tubs by that amount. And that's all there is to it. It's a very simple process and can be done as frequently as works for your business. What I want to show you also, if you'd like to find more information about that, is to go to our support center, lousupport.evisys.com, type in the keyword QuickBooks, and you will find a number of knowledge base articles related to this process, the integration, and other aspects of the Lou to QuickBooks integration. Another resource for you is our YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/Evisys Software. and view this video and a number of other videos related to Lou. Thank you for listening and have a great day.
Here's the Lou.